Hello loves, welcome back. Before we get started, I wanted to remind you guys that we will not be filming a video every day. We're going to be doing 3 a week. It got a little bit overwhelming for us. So the only day that we will definitely be posting is going to be on Friday, and that's when we announce the giveaway winners for the month of April. And the other 2 videos will just get throughout the week. It'll be a surprise.
Make sure you have your notifications on, that way you know when we're posting our other videos.
Without further ado,
let's jump right into it.
Beauty Blender 101.
This beauty blender versus the inexpensive one.
This one's the one you can get at Sephora or like a Ricky's.
It's like $20 to $25.
It's $20 to $25. This one is about like $34.
Bought it in a pack like this,
$9.99.
So you can get 3 of those or 1 of these. We're gonna go ahead and show you the differences, and both are amazing. They just apply a little bit different. Take this out really quick for you guys.
And this is a clean one. She just got this off the pack.
Okay, it's like this. It's actually a little skinnier. I'll show you guys and a little smaller. But you see how easy it is for me to push that down and squeeze that? This one has more tension, and so this one's got more fluff, more air into it, more porous. This one's not as porous, it's more dense, but I'm gonna show you what happens to them when we put them in the water. So we're gonna put them in the water and they're both gonna expand. You wanna submerge it, hold it there and squeeze it a little bit so it sucks some of that water in there. You wanna just squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. The more you squeeze, you're gonna see it absorb more water and get larger.
And you always wanna use your beauty blender wet, not dry, because it will not work. You will hate it.
That's weird because it's like dirtied my water. You see that's not clear? And I have not even used this beauty blender yet. Collected like some dust on my counter. But then you want to just squeeze all the water out of it. Almost all of it.
Yeah, the excess water.
So then this is what they look like. They literally expanded and just look like 3 times larger sizes than they were. And you want them nice and wet. They have to be wet. If you try to use these dry, you are going to get a horrible result. You never want to use these dry for anything. A lot of people also like to put them like this. Here's the thing. When you use this thing to put your beauty blender on here, this creates condensation in there and it will mold your beauty blender. So a lot of people leave it here and then it'll shrink and then it'll fall back in there. I don't recommend using that.
Unless you put it like this way. You could put it that way.
If you put it this way you can, because if you can see right there, there's a hole up here and a hole up here and there's air circulation available. But when you seal it in like that, that part is going to stay moist and this is going to get dry, and that part is where it can grow mold. So you don't want to do that.
That's so cute. I love it.
We were at Bed Bath & Beyond. These are napkin holders. These ones are 99 cents. So I got this one, and then we got this one. It's really pretty, but I don't recommend using this one because it's closed in. Remember how I was showing you guys that when it sits like this? So this kind of does the same thing. So it'll create condensation inside, and you don't want that. So I don't recommend that. And then the third one we got in the style is this gold one right here. That one. I think, me too. These 2 are my favorite. And it has a lot of breathing holes. So anything that has a lot of breathing holes and air circulates through there,
it's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's
really
prettier than just using the little container that it comes with.
Exactly. I agree. 100%. Your beauty blender will never mold if you use one of these. There's just no way.
And they're very inexpensive napkin rings. You can get any style you want. We're going to demonstrate using the cheaper one versus the more expensive one and show you guys the difference, how it looks on half of our faces. We're both not wearing any face makeup, so we can demonstrate.
Just put my hair up. It's going to be a little crazy.
I'm not even going to use primer so you guys get the full effect. So I'm just going to squeeze some onto here, and I'm going to do it on this side of my face. And I'm using Urban Decay's Naked Skin Foundation.
I'm going to use the Fit Maybelline.
Fit Me.
I'm sorry, Fit Me Maybelline.
Don't
I'm
mind
like, wait, why did that sound wrong?
I know, that's why I was like, Fit Me.
First, and then I like to take it and tap, tap, tap.
Half of my face. This one is very a light foundation, so don't mind this stupid pimple that I've got.
And you just want to bounce, bounce, bounce.
Yeah,
you don't want to pull or rub it in.
Never.
You just want to bounce it. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Especially if your face is broken out and has pimples, it will literally, like, let's say this is your pimple. See how when you push it down, when you bounce it, it'll cover the whole entire pimple all around it.
And you get better coverage.
So you get better coverage, yeah.
That's also why it's called beating your face.
Truly.
And I always put it down my neck so it matches.
Okay, now Jess and I are going to switch. She's going to use the clean side. I'm going to use the clean side of this one, and we're going to do the other side of our face.
We don't ever recommend doing that, but we just watch them and they're new.
Exactly. Don't share beauty blenders. But just for this demo, it'll do.
It's easier.
I actually like the other blender better.
The cheapie?
Yep, definitely.
It just feels more solid.
Right?
It definitely does though absorb more makeup than the other one does, which is why I put a little bit more on here because I know it does.
Really? I feel like this one absorbs more because it's more porous. Pores are bigger, whereas that one it's more dense. The pores are not as big. I don't like it absorbs as much.
I don't know, maybe
Look at that. It absorbed like that whole entire strip. Where look.
Well, let me see my side.
This is your side, and this is my side. Look how much it absorbed. I feel like this one absorbs more, but Jess thinks that one absorbs more.
I like both of them the way they both come off, but I feel like this one absorbs more for me. But you know what? They both look good.
So I like them both for different reasons. This one gives you a more flawless look and more natural look. This one gives you more of a thicker coverage. That's the way I feel about it.
Thicker coverage.
Yeah, like because this is porous, it's covering, not as heavy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whereas this one, not so much is being absorbed, where more of it's actually staying on your face and it's just working it in.
Maybe that's why I like pricier one better. I just like the way it just feels on my skin.
Yeah, this gives you more of a natural look. It's almost like if you're wearing a BB cream. It gives you a light coverage. Where this one, it's literally not absorbing a lot of the foundation in my opinion. So it's giving you a heavier coverage.
Yeah.
So they're both great. They just cover differently. Because I see on this side, I have less makeup than on this side, but I use the same amount of makeup on this side than I did on this side. I can tell there's more makeup on this side than there's on this side.
And for me, I put a little bit more foundation on this one because it tends for me to absorb more. That's how, in my personal opinion, like I think I like the way the more pricier one. But you could use either or.
And I think opposite of Jess, like they say, 5 people can watch a car accident and you'll get a different story. So I think it's just perspective. But I think they're both good in different ways.
I like the other one better.
I think this is definitely more if you're going for that natural foundation look, definitely this one. Because this one's more for like full coverage. What is this called?
If you want to use your bronzer or even your setting powder instead of a brush, you can use your beauty blender and it works amazing.
So what I do is I'll take this and I'll put it on like that, and then I will use this to smooth it out so it doesn't look so blotchy. This is really great. I love beauty blenders way more than I love foundation brushes.
Yes, I agree. I've always used beauty blenders and over foundation brushes. Even when I put my concealer, instead of using a brush sometimes to set it, I'll use the blender to set it, and it works really good too.
Yeah, I agree. And if you're a beginner, you're way better off using one of these than using a makeup brush to apply your makeup. Don't even bother with the makeup brush. Anyways, professional makeup artists are all about the beauty blenders. Okay, so you can use that. If I'm gonna put my highlighter on, I'm also gonna dab, 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 and now I'm just rushing through it. What I'll do is I'll put it on, and then you just blend it out and make it look flawless. Another thing I like to do is my concealer. So I'll take my concealer, I'll just draw it in where I want it. I'm gonna hurry it up because I don't want to make a long video for you guys. And then I'm just gonna blend it out. And look at that. And it's so quick and it makes it so flawless. Easy. So flawless.
Easy,
the next thing you can do is before you apply your foundation, you can actually use this. A lot of people have really heavy hands. And when they put their primer, this is actually a primer, but when they put their primer or their lotion, if you feel like you have a heavy hand, you don't want to keep pulling on your skin and drag it down because that's so bad for you. Just put this on your hand. We're gonna get over my makeup. I'm just gonna show you guys. I'm just crazy like that. But you're just gonna put it on your hand, or you can put it on your beauty blender. I always prefer to put things on my hand and then you're just gonna dab it in, see? Whereas like you're not pushing and pulling. This is great if you have a heavy hand, like me. I have a really heavy hand and I tend to pull my skin down.
She does.
Really rough. Jess is always like, stop pulling your skin.
I'm always careful. I'd rather my fingers. I like my fingers better for the primer.
Yeah, and dabbing. If you're a good dabber, but me, sometimes I don't realize it because I'm so in my head.
And I promise, guys, she's gonna redo the whole backwards dash that she did on her face right now.
I know, but I really wanted to show you guys, and so here we go. So basically, there you have it, and you just dab, dab, dab. Dab your lotion on, dab your primer on. This thing's amazing. It's a multi-purpose little beauty tool, and a little soldier, I mean. Hi you guys. Okay, so we actually filmed for a different video, but I'm throwing this clip in there really quick because I forgot. What I wanted to tell you guys is that there's different styles of beauty blenders now also, but I love this particular one versus the other style, which I don't have for you guys to show right now because it has this pointy little corner, which is easy to get in between your eyes. And I like to blend out my eyeshadow sometimes with the beauty blender versus a brush because I just have, like I said before, a really heavy hand. And I just find that the beauty blender is just phenomenal at giving you a flawless look and you're not really good at blending with a brush. Like Jess is a really good with brush blender. I'm not. And so this is like magical for me. So that's great for little small areas and around here. This is really great if you want, yeah, and if you want more of like, it's a wider space, so if you want to just,
your face.
yeah, instead of going tedious with the side of it, it'll cover more this way. So it's just a preference. Sometimes I use a flat surface on my face. Most of the time I use this part, but sometimes I just
Eat
love
your
a
face like that.
the bottom of it. So I want to throw that in there really quick. Now let's jump back to the original clip that we were talking and having this conversation in. Now to clean your beauty blenders, you always want to.
You either want to buy this separately, which is the Beauty Blender Cleanser. On that, or some beauty blenders, when you get them, they come with like a little soap that you could use too. It comes right inside the pack.
Mine didn't come with it for some reason.
Mine did. So I mean, they have two different ones.
And I bought this at Sephora. Jess says she bought hers at Sephora and it came with a little cleaning pack.
Yes.
With this Dr. Bronner's hand soap, multi-useful for so many things. Yes, exactly. It's 18-in-1 hemp peppermint. This one's in peppermint, but I think it has in lavender and a couple other ones. It's pure Castile soap. Cleans my beauty blender amazingly. I love it. I use it as hand soap and I use it to clean my beauty blenders. And either way, you can't go wrong. But I like this one because it's healthier.
And always wash them, guys. Don't ever use it dirty.
Yes. You always, like, listen, this is like, we got lazy and we did not wash our beauty blenders. However, I feel like these don't mold as quickly as these. And that's what I was saying. I feel like these are porous and they absorb more makeup and therefore there's more bacteria in them. Whereas this, it sits more on the outside, so it's not going in there and then molding up and coming out through the outside. That's my observation on it. I could be totally wrong.
Mine hasn't molded. I've never had a beauty blender to mold on me yet.
And I never have either. I kept hearing people's beauty blenders or seeing them on YouTube. Their beauty blenders were molding up. So I emailed a beauty blender company and I asked them, I said, okay, so if your beauty blender molds, what do you do? And they say, you go to the store that you purchased it from. They literally got back to me in 5 hours. They say,
they're good like that.
Oh my God, they were so fast. They said, you go to the store that you purchased the beauty blender. They take a look at it and if they feel that you took care of your beauty blender and you had it in a certain amount of time, and they look at it and they analyze it and they think it's fair that you get a brand new one, they'll give you a brand new one on the spot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, you can't. So either way, Jess and I feel like they're both great in different ways. You can't go wrong. I think we've covered everything.
They do the job. Things not to do with your beauty blender to dry it, which I think is nuts, but apparently people do it.
They do. Do not put this in the microwave. Do not microwave it. Actually, what happens is when you put this in the microwave, you think the heat is like gonna kill the bacteria, but what happens is you're not killing the bacteria because it's that makeup is still in there and it's causing like condensation and all kinds of stuff. And I don't know what happens in there, but you take it out and you would assume it would cause it not to mold, but it'll still mold on you and
it's
it'll
a sponge.
Yeah, it's a sponge. On top of that, it's just not good for the fibers. We don't do that. As far as like blow drying with your dryer, I don't really think it's necessary for you to sit there and blow dry it.
Absolutely not. I would never.
I mean, yeah, it's dry heat and it's better than you microwaving it, but I think you should just let it air dry. Get yourself one of these napkin holders and let it just do its thing.
And if it does get mold on it, just toss it. Or go to Sephora if you went to Sephora and get a new one. They'll give it to you.
If you're too lazy to wash it, you better stick with those cheapy ones.
Yes. It all depends on what kind of person you are.
That's true. And also, really quick, you guys, these both go a very long way, so don't feel like the need to drench your beauty blender with it. Like, put a little dot on it, smaller than a dime. I would say like half a dime is more than enough.
That's more than enough for it.
Way more than enough.
Lather.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Alright guys, we hope you found this video useful, and if you didn't know how to care for your beauty blender or you didn't know which one to get or if it's worth it, go personal
You need
preference.
to care for your beauty blender like you care for your cookie downstairs. So care for that thing. Take care of it. Just take care of it because you're beating your face with it every day. Yes, clean it every day. Clean that puppy.
And really quick, just a surprise, since we're doing a video on beauty blenders, why not just do a giveaway on one?
Hello, and we're giveaway junkies, so yes. We had to do one.
So as usual, we'll put the link down below.
You know what to do.
Yes, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
And follow that link.
Yes, follow it.
Good luck.
You.
Yes. Bye.
Why am I having a hair malfunction right now? It's usually Teresa.
Another thing is, because before we were going to dispute the. Another thing is, we had actually emailed. No. I think I just spit. All right, let me do that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh my God, I got makeup on my pants. How did I do that? I love these pants.
Put it on your hands.
I'm so mad. All right, I'm over it. Okay, so. All right.
OMG.
Okay, so anyways, we're going to finish putting on our makeup and then we're going to do the intro for you guys. But, right?
Yeah. We'll just say goodbye.
If they take it, bye-bye. No, just kidding.
She's a today.
No.
Excuse her. Okay, we're gonna say.
Ready?
All right.
What is my hair doing? This is why if I don't look at myself in the viewfinder, it's like I just look like a Medusa. Well, like that looks better.
Okay,
now I look
we're
like I have a pigeon coop in my head.
That
Right, you do it because I got
Okay.
lost. Oh my god, my hair again.
Teresa's having.
I think all our videos are like about my stupid hair. Look at that. This is who does that?
You're the one doing this to your own hair. It's with it. Do you ever see me with my hair?
Don't use the F word. All right, go ahead.
We're not keeping this in. We're discussing.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. We're just waiting for Teresa's thoughts to finish drinking. She's lunch.
Yeah, clearly. Otherwise, it's gonna sound so bad on camera.
And you're gonna hear her story in the video too. But you guys should know we live in a farm.
Literally. Essie, go lay down. Good girl.